Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. If you don't have a cup of tea or a beverage, you might want to get one. This video is going to be a bit of a long one. We're making this closed Z-fold card. It's really super fun. You can write your greeting on the back. I'm using Bubble Bath and Berry Burst as my colors. And I have got all of the dimensions here. I'll also put them in the comments for the video. But I've used Bubble Bath as the card base, and then the Berry Burst as the first layer, and Basic White as the second layer. I haven't done any of this other than cut the correct sizes because I wanted to build it with you here on the screen. So I'm using the Layering Leaves stamp set. And I'm just going to pop that up there for now. And we are going to grab our pieces of the card base and the card front. So the card base is 11 by 4 1/4, and we're going to score it at 5 from one side. Come in from one side, come in to 5, and from the other side, come in to 3 1/4. I'm going to pop that into 3 1/4 like that. So what you've got is your fold like this. You're going to fold it back, and it will be slightly bigger on the back. So don't worry if it gets to this little strip, it's okay. It's still going to fit in the envelope. So that is your basic card base. You can grab your bone folder and you can just crisp up those folds. We'll do that. Okay, so card base. Now, let's do the card front. It's 8 by 3. We're going to score it at 4 and again at 2. So like that, and we'll just take that right out of the way. And then we can, this is going to be folded like this because it's going to go on the front of the card like this. So just going to, again, take the bone folder, crisp up those edges. So we've got that done. These are the pieces that we're going to layer up, including the back. So, I'm not entirely sure why that piece is that jagged, but we're okay. So this is for the back. I think these layer up like this. I'm just going to put out all the layers so that we can get ourselves organized. And then this piece goes on the front. This piece goes on the inside. This piece goes on the outside of the front. And then we have our 2 pieces that go on the card front. Okay, so I need to do some stamping. I am going to stamp the back. I'm going to stamp the greeting. So let's do the greeting first. We'll get the greeting done, and then we'll do some dark ink with the Berry Burst. So I'm now put that in the corner. I'm just going to grab a tissue, which I don't actually have. Oh, okay. Just going to stamp this down like that. We've got our thank you so much, and we're done with that stamp. But what we can do now is we can go around and we can stamp our leaves in the dark like this. I'm going to put one across the top like that. Okay, and then these little ones are going to stamp like this and like this. I'm going to do this one this way. So, and you can, honestly, you can do these however you like. Now, keeping in mind that when you're stamping, part of the, this is the back piece, but part of the cards or pieces are going to be covered up. Especially this piece here, which is this, it's not that piece. That's the back, which is going to have some coverage. this is the piece that's going to be covered up a little bit. So I'm just going to add some color to the back like that. Okay, so just put all this off to the side because we're going to be doing a lot of stamping. This is the piece that goes inside the back of the card. It's going to go in here. And I am just going to confirm my sizes before I do this. This is the correct size, and this is the correct size. I think my one piece for the front I'm going to have to trim down. But this piece we are going to stamp. And like I say, have a cup of tea, whatever you like. I haven't done any prep work on this video. As you know, sometimes I go ahead and I prep a bunch of the pieces beforehand. In this case, I haven't prepped anything. So we are building everything right on the video. I will try and keep it moving at a fairly decent pace. Don't want anybody to get bored. So I'm doing all of the dark stamping first with the Berry Burst. And then the, oops, I will come in with the bubble gum. So I just need to clean my stamp. Give it a good scrub. And get dry. There we go, excellent. Okay, so we are going to come in with the bubble bath now. And we're going to do the same thing all over again. Just like this. And on each piece, instead of going back around again, I'm just going to add the little scatter dots in. Okay, and that piece goes on there. Pull this one in and do some fill in. Like I say, I'm trying to go just a little bit quickly so that it's not quite like watching paint dry, but there we go. One more there. And this piece goes on here like this. And then we're going to come in, do our stamping, and just adding the colors. And again, this is one, I really like these colors together. You can do any colors you like. It really doesn't matter. It's totally your taste. Any kind of floral. This would be really great with Forever Fern. Still one of my favorite sets. But yeah, that one goes on there like that. I'm just trying to line up the pieces that go together so that I've got less to organize later. This is the piece we're going to be writing on, so I'm not going to put a lot of ink on here. Just fill in some bits. There we go. This piece goes on the back, so I'm just going to put that off to the side. And now we have to do these pieces here. Okay, so we're going to keep coming in with the stamps, and really however you would like to place the flowers, entirely up to you. There we go. I'm going to add another one here because I kind of covered that one up. So again, just the scatter dots just help with some of the white space. It makes it look just a little bit more finished. And I'm just going to, there we go. Okay, so we'll call that done with the stamping. Just put everything out of the way. And I'm just going to just confirm this piece. This piece goes on here like this, and I have made it a little bit too big. So I need to take a 1/4 inch off of each of these pieces. So measure twice, cut once. So this actually needs to be 2 3/4, and I've cut it to 3. I was a little challenged when I was doing this, trust me. Took me a little bit to get it all organized. Now I need to come in a 1/4 inch on this one as well, by 3 3/4. Yes. Okay. Which means I'm going to need to come in a 1/4 inch on each of these edges as well, because now I'm the same size. So this should be 2 1/2. I'm going to take it off the top. So we're going to go 2 1/2. And I'm kind of centered there, so I'm just going to take 1/8 off each side here, because I still want my greeting to be centered, and I need to come in here at 2.5. So there we go. Excellent. Okay, so sorry about that. Nothing like making a long process longer. And we're just going to start putting things together. We're going to build our pieces that actually go on the card, and then we will build the card. So it's kind of 3 steps. We're going to put all of these layers together, and then we're going to layer all of the pieces on their coordinating either card base or card front, and then we're going to put the card front on the card base. So there we go. Like I say, all the measurements are here, and I will also put them in the comments on the video in the description, so that you can just screenshot them if you want to. So let's just keep going here. Again, I'm trying to move with a little bit of speed so that we're not keeping you on the video here forever. So again, this week, lots of new subscribers just came out of Paper Pumpkin, and it was such a cute kit. It really, really was. So let's just confirm that this fits as it should, and it does. Again, I'm not sure why that edge is rough like that, but that's okay. Okay, and that one's just about out of tape. I'm back to using my old tape runners because I'm out of tape in my Stampin' Seal. So my order was delayed last week, so I just don't have it quite yet. So we're going to I need to trim this edge up just a little bit. Take some of the fluffies off. There we go. Now I feel better about it. I'm like, yeah, the rough edge is fine. No, it's not. So, okay, I am going to layer this up just like that. This piece goes, I'm going to do this one next because that way I can use each one to line up with. And again, add a tape. There we go. So this one goes in here, and I'm going to line up the bottom, line up the sides, but line up the bottom as well to make sure that I'm even. There we go. And then this one, we're going to come across like this, and then again, line up the bottom here. There we go. Just like that. And this piece is smaller. Why is this piece smaller? Did I stamp the wrong pieces? Nope, I didn't stamp the wrong pieces. This one's just cut smaller. So we're not going to worry about it. We're just going to place it on the front like this. But the correct sizes are indeed on here. So my apologies. So my striking you with confidence yet? So turn this over. We're going to put the backing piece on. And we're going to just line this up, center back, just like that. So you've got a nice space on the back of the card. Then we're going to take the card front, and we are going to layer this up. Again, starting here, like this, and we're going to pop this down like that. And then I'm going to take my pieces for the fold here. Again, just line them up at the bottom so everything's even. And just like that. Okay. So then to put this together, once it's together, it doesn't open up all the way. It's a closed C-fold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put adhesive on the back of this piece. So this is the piece that has adhesive on it. And I'm just going to fold it into the card. And I'm going to line up where I want it to be on the front. And I've tucked it inside like this so that we can layer it up nicely. Just got that like that. Okay, and now I need to just put some adhesive on this edge of this one. I don't want to put adhesive all the way across the front because I need it to still open. So we're just going to fold that down like that. So when you open it up, it's that closed Z fold like that. So it'll stand. It stands really nicely on the counter, and you've got your space to write on the back. So all of the measurements are here. I'll put them in the description as well so that you have them. And the measurements on here are indeed correct. It was just my miss on here. So thank you so much for watching, and let's create together again soon.